What's up, guys? This is Adam Arnali. This is my new show. It's called The Maverick Moment. It's basically like a podcasty type show where I talk about who's being a Maverick right now, right here, Orlando, Florida, and also out yonder, across the nation, across the world, across the universe, if it comes to it. Basically, I just want to talk about all the stuff that's going down here in Orlando. Got a bunch of shout outs, got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been a crazy summer for me. Got to direct 2 music videos and 2 commercials, pretty much all at the same time. It was pretty radical, but now I'm free and I'm in the editing room, and I got a lot more time on my hands, I guess. So I just wanted to get it out there, get a show going, you know what I mean? And what's going on in Orlando? You know, I've been kind of out of the loop. I'm kind of like just now trying to figure out what is happening. Apparently, Orlando has a fashion week. And according to this information, it's September 6th through the 12th at the Mall of Millennia Fashion Week. The hilarious thing is, like, if you post the Fashion Week in Google, you get like 5 websites. Like, everybody's trying to like battle for like who owns Fashion Week. People own domain names, fashionweekorlando.org, fashionweekorlando.com, this and that and whatever. There's like 4 people fighting it out for Fashion Week. How is that even possible? There could be only one Orlando Fashion. I thought Fashion Week was something that Orlando had, not a bunch of crazy fashion people who are trying to dominate Orlando. Because, you know, living in Orlando, I've noticed that everybody seems to think that nobody knows what the hell they're doing in this town. And if somebody happens to be badass, everybody's like, oh my gosh, this person's amazing, even though, you know, they're still a loser, in a sense. Well, maybe not. But you gotta think of it this way. We're not just competing against each other here in Orlando. We're competing against the entire world. So I don't like all this bickering and trying to fight to the top and all this crazy competition stuff. I mean, really, it's all just a bit ridiculous. But nevertheless, Fashion Week is September 6th through the 12th. I guess it's at the Millennium Mall. I guess they're putting off, and you know, you got to think about it. Oh, you know, the Millennium Mall. So like if any fashion designer is like, oh, I'm gonna do Fashion Week, you know, and here comes the Millennium Mall and smashes them like a bug. It's kind of hilarious. But you know, the interesting thing is, like, does the Millennium Mall even give a crap about fashion designers in Orlando? Moreover, are there fashion designers in Orlando? If you're a fashion designer and you're in Orlando, please send me a message. Find me on Facebook. My email is maverick@zerodarkcinema.com. I want to know about you, and because, you know, I actually like fashion. I think fashion's cool. I'd like to shoot photography for fashion, and yeah, the more fashion designers I know, the better. Because whenever I go shopping for clothes for people, like, all the clothes in Orlando suck, you know, except for a place called Deco's. Speaking of a Maverick, have you ever been to Deco's? It's in College Park. This place rocks. They have, like, members-only jackets. I mean, other than Plato's Closet, I mean, Deco's is one of my #1 store to shop at. Is Deco's going to be involved in Fashion Week? Does the Millennium Mall give a shit about Deco's? These are questions that I have. But, as it turns out, Lisa Monte, who is girlfriend of Ryan Salamone, has gotten accepted to walk during this Orlando Fashion Week, so props to her. And you know what? Props to Ryan Salamone, former bassist of Exit the Ride. He has joined a new band in Orlando. This band is pretty maverick. Really, really creative, straight rock and roll. I mean, they're taking straight rock and roll and making it new, making it fresh. And Ryan apparently has just joined forces with Stiletto Red to be the bassist. And they've got some new tunes coming out. Check them out on Facebook, Stiletto Red. Check out Ryan Salamone. He is one of the baddest bassists in Orlando. Check them out for sure. What else is going on in Orlando? Apparently there's a show going on at House of Blues coming up. It's going to be September 14th. Orlando Rocks for Maddie. It's got, what does it have here? Let's check out all the bands. It's got Love Juice, and my personal favorite, Soul Switch. They're probably the baddest ass rockers in Orlando across the board. New Era's going to be there. They're definitely in the top of the top as far as bands go. And a band called Lit Up, who I have no idea who the heck they are. Also, apparently, Sam Stone and Bill Peck, formerly of Exit the Ride, are joining forces to do a little one-off deal. This is news to me. I used to do a lot of work with Exit the Ride, and you know, you can go check out Exit the Ride if you want, but they're no longer doing anything. So if you don't, I'm not mad at you. Nevertheless, you know, kudos to Sam Stone and Bill Peck for jumping on stage together again. I can't wait to see this. I will be at this show for sure. I think you can get free tickets. I'm not sure if the tickets are free or not. Check it out. Just search Orlando Rocks for Maddie on Facebook, and you'll find the event page and get all the juicy information. But definitely September 14th, it's a Friday, I will be there. Maverick will be there. We're going to rock out. We're going to rage. That's what's up. What else is going on? You know, this week, two Mavericks passed away. One was Tony Scott. He was pretty much in my top 3 favorite directors of all time, and directed movies such as Top Gun. What else has he directed? Just a bunch of stuff. Just a whole pile of stuff. The Last Boy Scout. He directed The Last Boy Scout. One of my faves. Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis. Dude, action guru, this guy. I mean, he pushed it to the edge. Pushed it to the limit. This guy couldn't be stopped. I mean, his brother Ridley is an amazing director, but I don't know. There was just something about Tony that really spoke to me. Just, you know, before, you know, Michael Bay, there was Tony Scott. And unfortunately, he had inoperable brain cancer and decided to jump off a bridge. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said it takes a lot of guts to kill yourself. So I guess that's Maverick. I guess that's how an action director should go down. So Michael Bay, if you ever have inoperable brain cancer, perhaps you have a path to walk or dive. Anyway, also Neil Armstrong, I believe, passed away. Was it Neil Armstrong, or was it the other guy that walked on the moon? One of the first guys to ever touch foot on the moon has died, unfortunately. I think it was Neil Armstrong, actually. While the other Armstrong, Lance Armstrong, might be stripped of all his Tour de France titles for doping on enhancing drugs. So if you're an Armstrong, I feel sorry for you, and I hope that you're not tasting the same fate as these guys with the last name Armstrong, because that would suck. Imagine if every Armstrong in the entire world suddenly, like, their whole life crashed. Whether they died, lost their job, got stripped of their, championship sports trophies. That would suck. I am glad that my last name's not Armstrong. I'm just saying. Anyway, what else is going on in the world? Speaking of people who are not Mavericks, did any of you people see the movie, what the heck was it called? I don't even know the name of it. It was terrible. It was a remake. They go to Mars, but they don't. Total Recall. I hope you didn't go see this movie. I mean, I was always a fan of Total Recall. Back when Arnold Schwarzenegger in his heyday was in the movie. I mean, you can crack all the Arnold Schwarzenegger jokes if you want, but the bottom line was, dude, Total Recall was badass. I mean, they go to Mars, for God's sakes, and basically, you know, uncover all this alien, you know, origin stuff. You know, very, very poignant for the time that the movie was made. I mean, this was before Ancient Aliens was on television, you know what I mean? And, but check this out. Don't you think this is a little weird? So, Arnold Schwarzenegger was in another movie that competed against Total Recall, The Expendables 2, and I think The Expendables dominated Total Recall. And around the same time that we just landed a Mars rover on Mars and collected some amazing photographs and whatnot. That's a little weird to me, don't you think? Was it all Hollywood timing? I sure as hell hope not. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Hollywood timing, and there's a lot of creepy shit going on in Hollywood, and I'd like to believe it all that's a bunch of crap, but, you know, there's a lot of evidence, and I'm not on either side of the fence on it, just saying. What else is going on? Apparently, Florida is not going to get dominated by a hurricane. You know, a lot of people were talking a lot of smack about battening down the hatches, but, you know, I've been in about 10 hurricanes, and, you know, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, unless you're standing on the shore, I mean, you're usually pretty good. Unless you're in Louisiana. I hope everybody here prays for Louisiana, and I hope Louisiana learned their lesson and is literally battening down the hatches and getting ready, because shit can get ugly real quick. But anyway, a lot of other stuff going on here in Orlando. I just can't really think of anything right now. But the bottom line is, if you're a Maverick and you got something cool going on, let me know. I wouldn't mind throwing a shout out at you, letting everyone in the world know what's shaking, and you know, keeping the vibe high. You know, the bottom line is that we're all in Orlando, and if Orlando fails, if we fail, if the entertainment industry in Orlando fails, then we all fail. We've all got to succeed. We've all got to dominate. We've all got to get on top of this game that we're in. So go be a Maverick. Go do it. Go do some shit that nobody's done. You know, show the world that this is the spot where the magic happens.